Hello and welcome to Coda Guitar. This is a level 1 lesson on 7-note major and minor scales. These are great because they're really similar to the pentatonic, the 5-note pentatonic scales that hopefully you've already had a look at. At level 1 we're hoping you can already play a little bit and you've had a look at some of our beginner lessons and songs. There's some free beginner lessons on open position pentatonics, E minor, G major, A minor and C major, so hopefully you've had a go at playing those. We're actually going to use them and we're going to add 2 extra notes to create the 7-note major or minor scales. Okay, so just as a quick recap, we're going to start with E minor because it's the lowest one. We're starting from the bottom E. So here's the E minor pentatonic scale, 2 notes per string. There's 1 octave, E to E, carrying on. There's the second octave, so 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, E again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can carry on up the fretboard. We're not going to do that today though. So all we're doing is we're going to add, like we said, 2 extra notes to that scale. If you need to recap it, have a look at the free beginner lesson on the beginner lessons page of the website. But here we go, 1 octave, so E, 2 notes per string there. We're going to add open E, we're going to add fret 2 on the bottom E string with finger 2. I'm using 1 finger per fret here, so I'm going to be just using fingers 2 and 3 mainly. So finger 2, fret 2, finger 3, fret 3, next string, open A, same again, frets 2 and 3 with fingers 2 and 3 on the A string, open D and then finish on fret 2 on the D, which is an E note. So there is a 1 octave minor scale. Now there's actually different kinds of minor scales, so the full name of that is a natural minor, A natural minor scale. So if you ever come across that, hopefully you won't be too confused by it. But we can carry on and we can play through to the 2nd octave. So straight away we're going to bring our little finger in here. This is a bit of a stretch. I'll show you an alternate way of playing it, but to start with, give it a go. Really good practice because we've not really used this much at beginner level or up to this point on the Coda site. So we finish with finger 2 on fret 2 of the D. I'm going to reach right up with my little finger onto fret 4 of the D, straight onto open G, fret 2 of the G, open B, fret 1 of the B, fret 3 of the B, and then open E. So previously the 2nd octave, the high notes of the E minor pentatonic will literally just start there on the middle octave and the E, fret 2 of the D string, straight to open G, fret 2, open B, fret 3 and open E. Now we've added a bit of a stretch here, straight away that's the tricky note there. Little finger on fret 4, open G and fret 2 as before, open B, but then fret 1, there's a new note there on the B string, fret 3 as before. Okay, so here's the 1 octave minor pentatonic scale. Here is the 2 octave, sorry, that was 2 octave minor pentatonic scale. Now we're going to play the 2 octave natural minor scale, E natural minor scale. So there's a new note, there's another new note, here's the tricky new note there, and there's another new note, and there we go. So it's just a bit fuller. You can create more sort of subtle, more melodic riffs with it. But they're both really similar, so great to be able to play both. Now if you're finding that a bit of a stretch with your little finger, it's important to remember when you're playing riffs you don't have to be quite so high over the strings as when you're playing open chords. If you look, here's well, here's an E minor. I'm going with the scale, for example. My fingers are quite high there. When I'm playing the riffs, much flatter. I'm only playing one string at a time, so it doesn't matter if I actually pick, if I'm actually catching the D string underneath there, because I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to play in what's the most relaxed way for the type of guitar music that I'm playing at the time. So for scales, single notes, you don't need to be right over the top. You can just be a bit more relaxed, so that might help you to reach up with your little finger. But if you do find that a bit tricky, then let's play the first octave, or the bottom 4 strings, using finger 1 on fret 2, finger 2 on fret 3, and then when we get to it, finger 3 on fret 4. So it would look like this. There's finger 3 on fret 4. Now here, I'm going to move back to where I was because I need to play fret 1 on the B string. So I'm kind of in 2 positions there. This is what you call the second position, because my first finger's on the 2nd fret before I'm in the open position where my first finger's on the 1st fret. So in the 2nd position there, I'm going to move back down. Play it that way, that's fine. That was all ascending. You can obviously play the scale descending. So certainly pause the video, try that, get used to it, have a mess around with it, just try and come up with your own melodies, riffs. We've actually got some free riffs that you can have a look at, other lessons, other free level 1 lessons, but come up with your own. It's great to write songs, you know, come up with your own ideas.